Most of the time, college has declined because of the high tuition. Getting an education should never be hard to pay for. It's trying to better the future and allow more doctors, nurses, welders, teachers, and many more. Students should not only help the students grow, but it also helps kids learn the people's health, allowing more homes, and helping the economy. After reading Elizabeth Bell's study, The Politics of Designing Tuition Free College, I learned that the study looks at how adding a family income cap or a GPA requirement affects support for tuition free college. In a survey experiment, people saw one version of the policy and shared their opinions. The results showed that support increased when the policy required a minimum GPA, meaning people liked the idea of helping students who seemed motivated or more deserving. People also thought universal tuition free college was fairer than limiting it to only low income families. This research connects to the recent growth of tuition free college programs, starting with the Obama 2015 American College Promise. There are many other promise programs that helped during this, and it was during 2018. 16 states had adopted similar policies because they helped lower college costs, reduce student debt, boost local economies, and encourage students to stay in the area. The Promise programs can take many kids out of poverty. Many low-income children do not want to go to college because they have to work in order to help their family. On top of that, to pay for their own university is not a stress that they need to add. Many people are worthy of being our next doctor, nurse, surgeon, psychologist, officer, and many more. Without these important jobs, we have no health, no homes, or safety. High tuition will only make it harder. Free tuition for public college should be for everyone. A public college is there to help save money, yet many do pay so much to be a full-time student in a public college. It is a stepping stone to help finish a 4-year university, but it does the complete opposite. If a family makes too much financial aid and ends up giving little to no money. According to Harry Brighouse and Kaylee Mullen's article, What's Wrong with Tuition-Free 4-Year Public College? College is paid for in many ways, including state funding, federal grants, federal loans, tax credits, personal payments, and other private grants. The authors explain that free public college means students who live in a state could attend its public 2 or 4-year colleges without paying tuition. People support this idea because college tuition has increased so much faster than inflation and wages since 1990, especially at 4-year public schools. Because of this, student debt grew to $1.6 trillion by 2020. Which many believe shows how unaffordable college has become. Even though the federal government now spends more on higher education, many states have reduced their funding, which has led to higher tuition costs. Debt has grown so much that students are more worried about paying off their debt than their actual schoolwork. When having to stress such a high payment, it can be stressful knowing you need to pay for just for going to school and end up quitting so they don't have to pay as much. College tuition has risen sharply over the past 30 years, making it hard for many students to afford higher education. Even though earning a college degree, especially an associate's degree, greatly improves employment opportunities and income. The study from Jonathan W. Carrier, Understanding Institutionally, supported free college programs. Supports free college because it demonstrates that despite the fact that there are less expensive options like community college, tuition increases keep many students from earning useful degrees. Higher education is becoming more and more important since many modern jobs require education beyond high school. Much like kinder through 12, education is publicly paid for, it's while pointing out the drawbacks of strict admissions regulations or qualifying requirements. The study emphasizes how state and local free college programs might increase access. The study presents a convincing case for increasing free college options in ways that benefit people and society as a whole, such as less crime rates, increased participation in society, and more educated citizens by demonstrating that publicly funded local programs can better meet both students' need and local workforce demands. According to Smith and colleagues in their 2023 article in New Directions for Community College explains how these programs are set up, how they get their funding, and how they work. It also talks about extra support services like tutoring or mentoring that some programs provide to help students succeed. It looks at the future of these programs. It discusses how free college can affect jobs, the economy, and fairness in education. Some programs may unintentionally worsen racial inequality, so the book suggests ways to improve equity. It also talks about research and policy ideas that can make free college programs better. Even though attention to free college comes and goes with politics, the problem with these problems addresses like higher tuition, unequal access, and financial barriers will continue. This book is meant to help researchers, policymakers, and colleges understand these programs and think about how to improve them in the future.